1,000 pounds sisters star breaks silence after fans raised health concerns. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For 1000 lb sister latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. A heartfelt and candid moment that resonated deeply with fans across the globe. Amy Slayton-Halterman, one of the central figures of the hit TLC reality series 1,000 Pounds Sisters, has broken her silence following a wave of public concern about her health and well-being. The emotional revelation came after weeks of speculation, social media scrutiny, and growing unease among viewers who have followed Amy's journey from the beginning of the show's run in 2020. For years, 1,000 Pounds Sisters has captivated audiences with its raw portrayal of two Kentucky-born sisters, Amy and Tammy Slayton, navigating their struggles with obesity, mental health, family dynamics, and the pursuit of wellness. The show, which chronicles their weight loss journeys, surgeries, and personal challenges, has become both a source of inspiration and controversy. While many praise the series for its unfiltered look at the complexities of obesity and recovery, others have criticized it for potentially exploiting its subjects. But in recent months, the focus has shifted dramatically to Amy, whose visible weight gain and absence from regular filming sparked alarm among fans. Her last public appearance on the show left viewers unsettled. Amy appeared to be struggling physically, with difficulty walking and performing everyday tasks. Concerns escalated when updates from the show slowed and social media activity from Amy became sparse, leading to a flood of online speculation about her condition. Now, for the first time since the rumors began circulating, Amy has spoken out, delivering a powerful message of honesty, vulnerability, and resilience. The silence from Amy over the past several months was not intentional, she explained in a recent interview with a trusted media outlet. "I didn't mean to disappear," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "There were days I couldn't get out of bed. There were days I didn't want to face the world. And there were days I felt like I was failing everyone, my family, my fans, myself." Amy's candid admission sheds light on the intense emotional and physical toll that has accompanied her journey. While the public has watched her undergo gastric sleeve surgery, face complications, and work toward recovery, what viewers haven't seen are the private battles, the depression, the setbacks, the moments of self-doubt that can accompany such a life-altering process. "I know people saw me gaining weight again, and I know they were worried," she continued. "And honestly, I was worried too. I thought I was doing everything right, eating better, trying to move more, but my body wasn't responding the way I hoped. I felt broken." One of the most difficult aspects of Amy's experience, she revealed, has been the constant public scrutiny. As a reality TV star, her life is inherently public, but the level of attention she receives, especially regarding her body, has at times felt overwhelming. "People think they know me because they watch me on TV," Amy said. "But they don't see the nights I cry myself to sleep. They don't see the way I look in the mirror and hate what I see. They don't see the fear I have every time I go to the doctor." She went on to express frustration with online commentary, some of which crossed the line from concern into cruelty. "I've read things that made me want to shut down completely," she admitted. Comments like, "You're going to die if you don't lose weight," or "You're setting a bad example." I get that people care, but sometimes the way they show it feels like judgment, not compassion. Amy emphasized that while she appreciates genuine concern, the pressure to be perfect in her recovery has added to her emotional burden. "Recovery isn't linear," she said. "There are ups and downs. There are relapses. There are times when you fall off track. But that doesn't mean you've failed. It just means you're human." Throughout her struggles, Amy credits her family, especially her sister Tammy and her husband, Michael Halterman, as her anchors. Tammy, who has also faced her own health challenges and undergone weight loss surgery, has been a constant source of support. "Tammy gets it," Amy said. "She's been there. She knows what it's like to feel trapped in your body, to feel like no matter what you do, it's not enough. We've had our fights, we've had our differences, but at the end of the day, she's my sister. She's my ride or die." Michael, her husband, has also stood by her through the darkest moments. "Michael has seen me at my worst," Amy shared. "He's helped me into the shower when I couldn't walk. He's held me when I felt like giving up. He doesn't care about my weight, he cares about me. And that kind of love, that's rare." Amy also opened up about the importance of professional support. She revealed that she has been working with a therapist to address underlying emotional issues tied to her eating behaviors. For so long, food was my comfort, she said. When I was sad, I ate. When I was stressed, I ate. When I was happy, I celebrated with food. It wasn't just about hunger, it was about coping. And until I dealt with that, no surgery or diet was going to fix the real problem. That Amy's journey with bariatric surgery has been anything but straightforward. After undergoing a gastric sleeve procedure, she initially lost a significant amount of weight and experienced a surge of optimism. However, complications arose, including nutritional deficiencies and the need for additional medical interventions. I thought the surgery was going to be the magic fix, she confessed. But it's not. It's a tool. And if you don't change your relationship with food and your lifestyle, it won't work. She also addressed the misconception that weight loss surgery is an easy way out. People think, oh, you just get cut open and the weight falls off, she said. That's not how it works. You still have to put in the work. You still have to relearn how to eat. You still have to deal with loose skin, fatigue, and emotional challenges. And for some of us, our bodies don't respond the way we hope. Amy's honesty about the limitations and realities of bariatric surgery has been praised by medical professionals and advocates alike. Dr. Lisa Chen, a bariatric psychologist who has worked with patients on similar journeys, said, Amy's story highlights the importance of comprehensive care. Surgery is just one piece of the puzzle. Long-term success depends on mental health support, nutritional counseling, and ongoing medical follow-up. In her message to fans, Amy expressed deep gratitude for their support while also asking for understanding and patience. I know you care, she said, and I don't take that lightly. But please remember that I'm doing the best I can. Some days are better than others. Some days, I feel like I'm moving forward. Other days, I feel like I'm stuck in the same place. She urged fans to focus on compassion rather than criticism. If you see someone struggling, don't shame them. Encourage them. Lift them up. Send them love. Because trust me, they're already hard enough on themselves. Amy also emphasized the importance of self-acceptance. I'm learning to love myself at every size, she said. Not because I'm giving up, but because I deserve kindness, especially for myself. My worth isn't measured by a number on a scale. It's measured by my strength, my heart, and my willingness to keep going, even when it's hard. While Amy didn't disclose specific medical details or future plans, she did confirm that she is actively working on her health with a team of doctors, therapists, and nutritionists. She also hinted at a possible return to 1,000-pound sisters, though filming schedules remain uncertain. I'm not ready to give up, she said firmly. I still have goals. I still want to be healthy. I still want to be here for my family. And I still want to share my journey, because if my story can help even one person feel less alone, then it's worth it. Producers of 1,000-Pound Sisters have also released a statement supporting Amy. Amy is an integral part of our show and our family, the statement read. We respect her privacy and are committed to providing a safe and supportive environment as she continues her health journey. We look forward to sharing more when the time is right. Amy's story touches on broader societal issues surrounding obesity, media representation, and public discourse. In an era where body image is constantly scrutinized and health is often oversimplified, her experience serves as a reminder of the complexity of weight and wellness. Obesity is not a moral failing, experts stress. It is a multifaceted condition influenced by genetics, environment, mental health, socioeconomic factors, and access to care. Yet, people living with obesity often face stigma, discrimination, and blame both in everyday life and in the public eye. Reality TV has a responsibility when it portrays health journeys, said Dr. Marcus Reed, a public health advocate. These shows can educate and inspire, but they can also perpetuate harmful stereotypes if not handled with care. It's crucial to balance storytelling with sensitivity and medical accuracy. Amy's decision to speak out may mark a turning point not just in her personal journey, but in the conversation around how we view and discuss weight, health, and recovery. As Amy continues her path forward, she leaves fans with a simple but powerful message: be kind to others and to yourself. We're all fighting battles you can't see. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is just keep going. Her words resonate far beyond the realm of reality television. They speak to anyone who has struggled with self-worth, faced adversity, or felt unseen. In breaking her silence, Amy has not only reclaimed her narrative, she has reminded the world of the strength it takes to be vulnerable, to persevere, and to ask for help. For the millions who have followed her journey, Amy's courage offers hope. Not because she has all the answers, but because she is still trying, still fighting, still believing in a better tomorrow. And in a world that often demands perfection, that may be the most powerful message of all. As the dust settles on the wave of concern and speculation, one thing is clear. Amy Slayton Halterman is more than a reality TV star. She is a woman navigating a deeply personal and public journey with honesty, resilience, and grace. Tammy Slayton addresses concerns over facial bruising in emotional new video. I had no choice in a heartfelt and candid video released on her social media platforms. Tammy Slayton, one of the beloved stars of TLC's hit reality series 1,000 Pounds, Sisters, has opened up about the alarming facial bruising that recently sparked widespread concern among fans. The video, which quickly went viral, features Tammy speaking directly to her audience, her voice trembling at times as she addresses the physical changes visible on her face and the emotional toll they've taken. That I know a lot of you have seen the pictures. I know a lot of you have been worried. Tammy begins, sitting in what appears to be her living room, dressed in a soft pink sweatshirt, her hair pulled back into a loose ponytail. And I want to tell you the truth, because you deserve that. I've always tried to be honest with you, even when it's hard. For weeks, fans had flooded Tammy's Instagram and TikTok accounts with messages expressing alarm over dark, purplish discoloration across her left cheek and jawline. Some speculated about possible falls, abuse, or complications from her ongoing weight loss journey. Others feared the worst, especially given Tammy's well-documented struggles with obesity, mental health, and the loss of her sister, Amy Slayton, in 2023. But in this new video, Tammy finally sets the record straight. The bruising was the result of a medical procedure she underwent to address complications from her recent weight loss surgery. I had to go in for an emergency procedure, she reveals, pausing to steady her voice. It wasn't something I wanted. It wasn't something I planned. But my body, it started having issues after the surgery. There was an infection, and it got worse. Fast. Tammy explains that after undergoing a successful gastric sleeve procedure in late 2022, a milestone she celebrated publicly, she began experiencing severe pain and swelling near the surgical site. Despite following her doctor's orders, including a strict diet and regular checkups, she developed a deep tissue infection that required surgical intervention. The infection spread, she says, tears welling in her eyes. And because of where it was close to my face and neck, they had to drain it. It was scary. I was in the hospital for over a week. And the bruising? That's from the drainage tubes and the pressure. It wasn't from falling. It wasn't from anyone hurting me. It was from my body fighting to heal. She emphasizes that the procedure was performed at a reputable medical facility and that she was under the care of a trusted surgical team. I want everyone to know I'm safe. I'm not in danger. My family is with me. My doctors are amazing. But it's been rough emotionally and physically. Tammy's transparency comes at a time when public scrutiny over the health journeys of reality TV stars has intensified. 1,000 Pounds, Sisters has long been both praised and criticized for its unfiltered portrayal of extreme obesity, bariatric surgery, and the emotional complexities that accompany massive weight loss. Commentary on the challenges faced by individuals in the public eye who are navigating serious medical conditions. That I don't want pity, she says firmly. I want understanding. I want people to know that healing isn't linear. It's not pretty all the time. Sometimes it's painful. Sometimes you look in the mirror and don't recognize yourself. But you keep going. She shares that the bruising, while dramatic in appearance, is already beginning to fade. It's not as bad as it looks in some of those photos. Lighting can be cruel, she adds with a small, wry smile. But I'm healing. Every day, I'm a little better. Tammy also takes a moment to thank her fans for their outpouring of support. When I saw all those messages, "Is Tammy okay? We love you, Tammy," it brought me to tears. I felt seen. I felt cared for. And in the darkest moments, that meant everything. She acknowledges that her journey has been anything but easy. Since the tragic death of her sister Amy, her best friend and co-star Tammy has been on an emotional roller coaster. Amy, who had also struggled with weight and health issues, passed away in October 2023 due to complications related to her size. Her death sent shockwaves through the fan community and left Tammy grappling with profound grief. "I lost my sister, my partner in everything," Tammy says, her voice breaking. "And I've been trying to find my way without her. Some days are good. Some days I just want to hide. But I promised her I'd keep fighting. For both of us, this promise," she explains, "is what keeps her going even when the physical and emotional pain feels overwhelming. Amy believed in me. She always said I was stronger than I thought. And now, I have to live like I believe that too." Did I in the video? Tammy also addresses rumors that have circulated online, including claims that she had stopped taking care of herself or that she was isolating from her family. "That's not true," she insists. "I've been surrounded by love. My nieces, my mom, my friends, they've been here every step of the way. I'm not alone." She also hints at future plans, including a possible return to filming for 1,000 pounds. Sisters, though, she stresses that her health remains the top priority. TLC has been supportive. "They know what I've been through. We're taking it one day at a time. But I do want to keep sharing my story because if it helps even one person feel less alone, then it's worth it." As the video draws to a close, Tammy looks directly into the camera, her expression resolute. "I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I have setbacks. But I'm still here. And I'm still fighting. So please don't worry about me. Worry about yourselves. Take care of your health. Talk about your struggles. Don't suffer in silence." Her message resonates deeply with her audience. Within hours of the video's release, it garnered hundreds of thousands of views and an outpouring of supportive comments. Fans praised her courage, resilience, and honesty. "She's been through so much, and she still shows up," one user wrote. "Tammy is a warrior." Another commented, "Thank you for being real. So many people hide their pain. You're helping break the stigma." Medical experts have also weighed in on Tammy's situation, noting that post-surgical complications, especially after bariatric procedures, are not uncommon, particularly in patients with complex medical histories. Patients who have undergone significant weight loss surgery are at risk for a range of complications, including infections, hernias, and nutritional deficiencies, explains Dr. Elena Ramirez, a board-certified bariatric surgeon not involved in Tammy's care. Facial bruising could result from referred swelling or drainage procedures near the neck and upper abdomen, especially if there's lymphatic involvement or vascular pressure. Dr. Ramirez commends Tammy for speaking openly about her experience. Transparency like this can actually be very educational for the public. It shows that weight loss surgery isn't a quick fix, it's a lifelong journey with risks and challenges. Psychologists, too, emphasize the importance of mental health support during such transitions. Losing a loved one while undergoing a major physical transformation creates a perfect storm of grief, identity shifts, and bodily trauma, says Dr. Marcus Bell, a clinical psychologist specializing in chronic illness and bereavement. Tammy is navigating multiple layers of loss: her sister, her old self, and now, her sense of safety in her own body. He adds that public figures like Tammy often face added pressure to appear together, which can make it harder to seek help or admit vulnerability. When someone finally says, "I'm not okay," it's not a sign of weakness, it's an act of strength. As Tammy continues her recovery, she says she's focusing on small victories, walking a little farther each day, eating nutritious meals, and reconnecting with hobbies she once loved, like painting and gardening. "I'm learning to be gentle with myself," she says. "I used to beat myself up for every pound, every setback. But now, I'm proud of surviving, proud of showing up, proud of still having hope." She ends the video with a message to anyone struggling in silence. You're not broken. You're not a failure. You're a human being going through something hard. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not be okay. The screen fades to black with the words, "Healing isn't pretty, but it's possible." Tammy Slaton's journey, marked by triumph, tragedy, and tenacity, continues to captivate and inspire. In a world that often judges by appearance, her willingness to show her scars, both visible and invisible, reminds us all of the power of vulnerability, resilience, and the unbreakable bond of sisterhood even in the face of low. 1,000-pound sisters. Tammy Slaton speaks out after Sisters' tragic death. The world of reality television often offers viewers a glimpse into lives that are both extraordinary and deeply personal. For fans of TLC's 1,000-Pound Sisters, the journey of Amy and Tammy Slaton has been one of resilience, transformation, and sisterhood. Their story, centered around their struggles with obesity, emotional trauma, and the pursuit of health, has captivated audiences for years. But behind the cameras, behind the weight loss milestones and heartfelt confessions, lies a story of profound loss, one that has shaken Tammy Slaton to her core. In early 2023, the 1,000-Pound Sisters community was struck by tragedy when Tammy Slaton announced the sudden passing of her older sister, Amy Slaton Halterman. Though Amy had been a central figure in the show's narrative, her health had been a growing concern for years. Her journey had been one of triumph and setback, marked by successful weight loss surgery, public struggles with mental health, and an unwavering bond with her sister Tammy. But despite the progress, Amy's life was cut short at the age of 43 due to complications related to her weight and underlying health conditions. Tammy, who had shared nearly every step of her journey with Amy, was left reeling. In the weeks following Amy's death, Tammy remained largely silent on social media, leaving fans concerned and heartbroken. Then, in a deeply emotional and candid interview, Tammy finally broke her silence, speaking out about her sister's tragic passing, their complex relationship, and the overwhelming grief that has consumed her life. "I never thought I'd be here, talking about my sister like this," Tammy began, her voice trembling. "Amy was more than my sister. She was my best friend, my partner in everything. We grew up together, we struggled together, and we fought to get better together. Losing her, it's like a part of me is gone." Tammy's words echoed the sentiments of thousands of fans who had followed the sisters' journey since the show's debut in 2020. What began as a documentary-style series about two women battling extreme obesity quickly evolved into a powerful narrative about family, love, and the long road to self-acceptance. Amy, the older and initially heavier of the two sisters, had undergone bariatric surgery in 2020 and quickly became a symbol of hope for viewers struggling with similar issues. Her dramatic weight loss and vibrant personality made her a fan favorite, but behind the scenes, Amy's journey was far from smooth. She faced intense emotional challenges, including anxiety, depression, and the lingering effects of childhood trauma. In several episodes, she opened up about being sexually abused as a child, a revelation that shed light on the deep emotional roots of her struggles with food and self-worth. Despite her progress, Amy's health remained fragile, and in the months leading up to her death, she had been hospitalized multiple times due to complications from her weight, including heart issues and mobility problems. Tammy, who had also undergone weight loss surgery, often played the role of caregiver and cheerleader for Amy. The two sisters lived together in Mount Washington, Kentucky, and their daily lives were chronicled on the show. Their bond was evident in every interaction, whether they were cooking together, supporting each other through setbacks, or simply sitting on the couch sharing stories from their childhood. But in late 2022, the dynamic began to shift. Amy's health declined rapidly. She gained back a significant amount of weight after struggling with emotional eating and relapses into unhealthy habits. Episodes from Season 4 showed Amy in a wheelchair, expressing frustration and sadness over her inability to maintain her progress. Tammy, meanwhile, continued to lose weight and gain strength, which created a painful imbalance in their relationship. "I felt guilty," Tammy admitted. "I was getting better, moving forward, and Amy was stuck. I wanted to help her so badly, but I didn't know how. I tried everything: encouragement, tough love, even begging her to go back to the doctor. But she was hurting in ways I couldn't fix." The strain took a toll on both sisters. Fans noticed the growing distance between them in later episodes, with fewer joint appearances and more solo segments. Rumors began to swirl about a potential rift, but Tammy insists there was never any real conflict between them. "We loved each other," she said firmly. "We had our moments, sure we're sisters. We argued sometimes. But at the end of the day, we were family. Nothing could break that." Amy's final days were spent at her home, surrounded by family. According to Tammy, she had been in and out of the hospital, but doctors had advised against another surgery due to the high risks involved. On the morning of January 12th, 2023, Tammy received a call from Amy's husband, Chris Halterman. Amy had passed away in her sleep. "I couldn't believe it," Tammy recalled, tears streaming down her face. "I kept thinking, no, not today. Not like this. I rushed over, but it was too late. She was gone." The news sent shockwaves through the 1,000-pound Sisters fanbase. Social media was flooded with tributes, prayers, and messages of condolence. TLC released an official statement honoring Amy's legacy and expressing deep sorrow for her family. The network postponed the airing of new episodes as a mark of respect. In the months that followed, Tammy withdrew from the public eye. She canceled appearances, stepped away from social media, and focused on grieving in private. But as time passed, she realized she needed to speak out, not just for herself, but for Amy. "I don't want her to be remembered just for her weight or her struggles," Tammy said. "Amy was beautiful inside and out. She was funny, kind, and so full of life. She wanted to get better. She wanted to be healthy. She just couldn't find her way back." Tammy also used her platform to address the broader issues surrounding obesity, mental health, and the healthcare system. She criticized the lack of long-term support for bariatric patients, the stigma faced by people with obesity, and the emotional toll of living with chronic illness. "People think it's just about food.